As a court pleases, my lord, there are two issues that the state would like to address. The first one, my lord,
Is it now that you need to
Yes.
do that? Okay.
yes. My lord, the first issue is the assertion by the defense characterizing Exhibit C as a decision of the Director of Public Prosecutions, Johannesburg. I'm not addressing the letter that we've just received, my lord. I'm just merely going on the argument that was advanced by Advocate Mshololo on Wednesday. Exhibit C, my lord, was characterized as a decision of the Director of Public Prosecutions, Johannesburg, to charge the persons mentioned therein
Yes.
my lord, at best, insofar as this document is concerned, Exhibit C, it purports to be a memorandum by the author.
You say where it regards the charging of who?
Yeah, it purports to be a memorandum.
There's something that I missed.
Oh, yes, I'm sorry.
There's something I missed. You spoke about
I
somebody
said,
being charged.
yes, I said the court will recall that Advocate Mshololo read out the names mentioned in the document. It was characterized.
You mean the charging of people other than the accused?
Yes,
In
yes.
this case.
Yes.
Okay.
And my lord, we are saying at best it purports to be a memorandum by the author, and it's addressed to the Director of Public Prosecutions, South Gauteng High Court, Johannesburg, and page 1 to 3 thereof summarizes the evidence. The author then attaches an unsigned indictment, and here, my lord, the emphasis falls on unsigned indictment. The author also attaches a summary of substantial facts, as well as the list of witnesses. And my lord, was submission that at worst there is no way in Exhibit C, where it is stated that the Director of Public Prosecutions, Johannesburg, has decided to charge any person. We therefore, my lord, we submit with the greatest of respect that it boggles the mind as to why the defense characterized a mere memorandum addressed by the author to the Director of Public Prosecutions as a decision.
But Advocate,
to chart certain
Advocate Baloyi, that document purports to have emanated from the office before anybody becomes aware of the dynamics you are bringing out now.
Yes.
What should I say? Should I say even I would have been forgiven for thinking that this is an official document, but which did rounds within the office of the DPP South Gauteng. And therefore, if anybody says that without the clarity of given, can we go and blame such a person?
No, I'm saying, my lord, apart from this document that we have received this morning, just on a cursory perusal of this document, that it does not purport to be an instruction, as it was argued by my learned friend on Wednesday on behalf of.
But I also think, in that regard, you may well be hitting a dead snake.
Yes.
Compared to what Advocate Mshololo just told us.
Yes.
From what I heard, she said that having been clarified, she is of intent to proceed.
Yes.
To proceed from where she had left.
Yes. We'll be coming to that point, at the later stage. I'm just saying, even on Wednesday, there was no indication, just by a mere glance at the document, there was no room to argue that this is an instruction. And, my lord, the reason why I'm saying this is that you'll recall that the state was castigated as having thrown these proceedings into shame, my lord. This is the point that we are making, my lord, that assertion, my lord, by Advocate Mshololo was incorrect, was erroneous, and we request that it should be withdrawn, my lord.
Advocate Mshololo.
My lord, I think the court also does have this exhibit. If I may ask it to be given to the court so that we can read English.
Was it?
Can you give it to the court? Exhibit C.
I think the secretary is not here. I don't know where. Can somebody lend me a copy of Exhibit C?
Some notes, but it doesn't really matter. I don't think there'll be.
Show her the notes.
So can I then have it back?
No, I just wanted to show Advocate Mshololo the notes.
Oh, I'm sorry. Okay.
In case she thinks you wrote a message alongside.
Yes, my lord.
And I think in that regard, the notes should also be shown to Advocate Defo.
Thank you, my lord. That's it.
What do I have to look at?
Notes. I said notes. There are notes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Thank you, my lord. Can I start, my lord?
Yes.
Thank you. My lord, before, initially, as the court has just alluded to that, effect that I indicated specifically to say, my lord, this document is unsigned. And as a result of that, before I can be able to cross-examine on this document, I will need a confirmation from the author, my lord. That's what I said before I started my address, my lord. And then I said the reason why I need the reason or confirmation from the author, my lord, it's because there are names on page 3, my lord.
Yes.
It's because there are names referred to on page 3, my lord, which I would like to read together with this court so that we can understand English here. It says the Director of Public Prosecutions for the Gauteng Local Division of the High Court of South Africa, who prosecutes, my lord, for and on behalf of the state, hereby informs the Honorable Court that the following people, the names, my lord, I read into the record. And I'll jump the names, my lord, and go to the second page wherein it says, are guilty of the following crimes. That's a decision, my lord. Are guilty of the following crimes.
Despite it being unsigned.
And my lord, I was not saying it's a valid document. I was just reading as is, my lord.
You are saying that's how it came across to you.
That's how it came across to me, my lord.
I think that's what I said this way.
Thank you, my lord. I just read it as is, my lord.
All right, okay.
And therefore it cannot be said that I said wrong things, that the decision is made by the DPP when I read the content of this exhibit as is, my lord, and I was trying to base the reasons why I need confirmation from the author, my lord. And as I have received the confirmation from the author this morning, I have accepted and acknowledged it, my lord, and I said I will then now be able to cross-examine on the content of this. We are still going to cross-examine on the content of this.
Yes.
Thank you, my lord. My lord, can I proceed with the
Yes, please.
further answers the court wanted me to respond? My lord, regarding the knowledge of the second docket, which is Phosphorus 37501-2019, the state indicated that they were aware of this docket by January this year. And from the state submission, my lord, there is nowhere in the state is saying they informed me regarding the existence of such docket. My lord, the state further informs this court that on the 23rd of March 22, he directed a letter to Lieutenant Colonel Buteles requesting a copy of the docket, which was never given to him, but it was given to my learned friend, advocate, therefore in his presence. My lord, I was not present during that exchange of the docket, which is the second docket.
Yes.
And the state is informing this honorable court, my lord, to say the docket was not given to him, but it was given to the defense counsel. After that, the trial started, my lord, on the 11th of April. When the trial started, the state had not disclosed to me the existence of this docket. And now the state is lying to say, I said to this court, I know about this second docket. And I will ask my lord that we do a transcript for the appearances of the 22nd of April, wherein a plea was made on behalf of the accused. The only thing that I consented to, it was the letter of the Director of Public Prosecutions regarding the jurisdiction of this court having to try this matter. And my Lord, to say I knew about the existence of this docket, does that mean that I was given that docket? Or the state is just shifting the blame now? The state had a duty, my Lord, in terms of accused number 5 constitutional right to disclose this docket to me, and they had not done that. And the explanation, my Lord, that is given by my learned friend, with due respect, my Lord, is not acceptable. To say the docket was not given to him, the state was also denied access to the docket up until this trial started, wherein the state ought to have compelled. The state could have sought for an order, my Lord, in this honorable court, compelling the SAPS to deliver such docket. So in other words, the NPA failed to control SAPS regarding the access of this docket. They were also denied access to this docket. Is that what this court should believe, my Lord? I submit, my Lord, that that is not the position. The SAPS opens the docket, and after opening the docket, they take it to the DPP. The DPP is the one who is vested with powers to supervise investigations, to control the docket, to demand the docket as and when the docket is required. And before the trial starts, my Lord, if there is any other docket which was opened regarding one case, the state prosecutor, even a junior, my Lord, is supposed to collect all the existing documents, whether they were declined or whether they were referred to alternative dispute resolution. But the procedure within the NPA is that all the dockets have to be collected and combined in one docket so that they can be disclosed to the defense before the trial starts. And now the prosecutor, my Lord, here is shifting the blame as if the docket had been disclosed to me before the trial started, which is not the position, my Lord. I am the one, my Lord, who engaged with Mr. Baloyi after seeing the second statement of Mr. Mosia. I asked Mr. Baloyi personally, my Lord, to confirm if this docket does exist, and he confirmed. Then I said, please, can I have the full content of this docket? That is how it came to my attention. I have no reason, my Lord, to hide before this court if the docket had been given to me. I had no information about this docket when the trial started. And what makes the things worse, my Lord, the state allowed me and accused number 5 to plead when he had not been furnished with adequate information regarding this case. My Lord, without telling this court or disclosing the information contained in the second docket, but it is about the same cause of action that we are dealing about in this matter. It is about the same counts that we are dealing about in this matter. So as a result of that, my Lord, the state had to, and the state had a legal duty, my Lord. It is not a favor. Accused number 5 constitutional right has been violated to such an extent that, my Lord, had we known about the existence of this docket, we will not have pleaded as we have pleaded. And right now we are in a predicament that we are unable to conduct our defense further as a result of this late disclosure of the police docket. The state knew about this docket, my Lord, and neglected or decided not to disclose it to accused number 5, and thereby violated the accused number 5 constitutional right. And that on its own, my lord, amounts to a miscarriage of justice.
Yes.
From day one, I received the docket. I informed this honorable court about the existence of the docket, which was last week, the 8th of October, or the 8th of June, my lord, 2022. That was the first time I received that docket from the state. And that's a non-disclosure, my lord, by the state. And the state is not the one who's going to suffer the prejudice, my lord, by this non-disclosure. It is accused number 5, whose constitutional right has already been violated. And his right, accused number 5 right to a fair trial, has been violated, my lord. That is why, my lord, I'm saying the reason furnished by my learned friend is not sufficient to say he was also not given a docket, but it was given to the defense for accused number 1 to 4. The state should have compelled the SAPS to produce this docket.
Yes.
Regarding, my lord, the second part of the response to say how long do I need, as I have suggested, my lord, after receiving further particulars during trial, I still need to request for further particulars from the state. And after that, we still have to do a pre-trial conference and also deal with the admissions thereon. There are particulars that are not contained in this docket. It has been sifted. And I need to clarify all those issues, my lord, with the state.
Yeah.
As I have indicated, my lord, last week, that the remaining period, which is today up until Friday, which was the date for the date in which we were supposed to sit in this matter, are insufficient, my lord.
Yes.
And therefore, I will ask that the matter be adjourned, depending on the dates that we get from the roll coordinator, my lord. Then we will be able to come before this court. If the dates available from the roll coordinator are too soon, I will then indicate, my lord, if they are insufficient. But if the dates given by the roll coordinator are maybe at a later period, I will indicate, my lord, to say they are suitable to me. And my lord, I ask that an order be made that the transcript for the 22nd of April be done to prove wherein my learned friend says I said I know about the existence of this docket. And above that, my lord, knowing about the existence of the docket, it's something else. Section 87 does not say that the state has to inform the defense about the existence of the second docket. It says the state must disclose the information, including the statements contained in that docket. And that was not done by the state in this matter. Which amounts to a miscarriage of justice, my lord. trial is now going to be delayed because of the non-disclosure of the state. The trial is going to be delayed because accused number 5 rights have been violated. And the violation is incurable, my lord. I will address at a later stage regarding that. I still want to deal with the docket that I've received before I can be able to come back before this court with the appropriate application as the court businessman.
Mshololo was at her best, whereby Baloyi tried to feed lies to the judge, and Baloyi regretted whatever, because he ended up by saying that Mshololo should withdraw whatever statement that she put up about the 375 dockets, that because he was claiming that Mshololo knew about that 375 docket, whereby a list of people who were in the house where Senzo Meyiwa was killed, they were listed and they were supposed to be charged. There is a docket that is 375, and when they got in court, there's a letter that came from there's a letter that was read in court. That letter that was read, or it was an affidavit or a letter that was read in court about the 375, explaining as to what exactly happened with the 375. One, the letter had no date. Two, the letter did not have any stamp, but it was said it was from the head office of the public prosecution office, from Baloyi. So this surprise when Mshololo read the letter and find out that there was no date, there was no stamp, and in a twinkling of an eye, somebody walk in the court again to change the same letter that has been submitted to the defense. That they have a new version of the letter. Who wrote the first letter in the first place? And now they are bringing the second letter. Yilapho ubona khona ukuthi hayi impela lapha kule court lena siyachashazwa. And lento lena icale kudalo on the first judge, and it's continuing with the same judge we have right now. It shows how we are taken for granted. But there's something that I like about Mshololo. She shut down Baloyi like a small boy or like a small kid, because she made Baloyi to feel small. Because what she did, she read the English that was written there that confirmed that those people were supposed to be charged, and she was reading the same letter that was provided by the state. It was not provided by the defense. So it's where you realize that at times the state just do things out of the blue, not even noticing how much damage they are doing to the public and to everybody and the family who need closure on this case of Senzo Meyiwa. Because up to now, while the blood was clean on the floor, because we understand, Mngomezulu put it very blunt and clear, that Longwe shot himself on the ankle or on the leg, wherever that the bullet was taken out somewhere. There's a doctor they know. Even the brother of Senzo Meyiwa confirms that. So the reason of cleaning the blood in the kitchen, because if they could have done swab on that blood of Longwe, everything was going to point out at Longwe. So the scene of crime was tempered. The people who are there are not the people who are supposed to be charged on this case. But because we are made fools, we have to accept anything. They just go and pick people on the street and just arrest them and just put them in. It's kind of crazy. So I don't know. What I want to ask your family, can we just it was just a recap of what happened when the trial started. So that's why I'm trying to bring this to back up what now Mngomezulu is doing. Because Mngomezulu did his own investigation and he realized that this case is cooked. Then it means the first advocate, therefore, was right when he said the people who are on the dock are not the people who are supposed to be there. There are some people who are supposed to be in that dock to answer on this death of Senzo Meyiwa. So this thing that Mngomezulu is doing in court, it's really vindicating what therefore started. Because therefore never took no chances like giving anybody to breathe about it. Because he was always straight to the point, like what Mngomezulu is doing now. Because he's telling them right away in their faces that this evidence was cooked. Iphekiwe lento lena ayona ababona abantu abalaphana kufanele ngabe yibo abalapha kwebhokisi lelana lama accused abasolwa. They should bring the right people into the dock. Because what really surprised everybody in this case, it's about why the prosecutor is failing, or the investigators are failing to bring the people who were at the scene of crime when this happened, so that they can be grilled by the defense to understand exactly what happened. What is it that is being hidden? Because you cannot keep those kind of people at a distance and don't bring them close, because they are the people who know what kind of a gun that was used. Like, it's all over that the gun that was used, even Brigadier Geninda, in his own affidavit and statement, when he talk about that it was a hit, it went wrong. It's a robbery, it went wrong. So why are we being fooled? Because we know that the gun was not a 9mm. Because now we're meant to believe. Even the ballistic expert, they couldn't figure out, because when they are asked about the striations on the bullet head that was found there, they are talking different languages when they are being grilled by the defense. So really there's a lot of things that we are being fooled about in this case. But let's hope for the best that something is about to come up now, because we can see the net is really closing on the people who are in their house. Because we are waiting for the 7th. When the 7th start again, then I think a lot of things will be changing, because it's about time that the defense bring their own witnesses and their ballistic expert to rebut whatever the state ballistic expert put up. What do you think, family, about how Mshololo was so hot in this? Drop your comment. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Let's fix our own country and our own justice system.